Well, I'm so glad I got this as a gift. Just look at this. Hey, Chris Martin, what's up? And today I'm gonna do a review on the 4th studio LP of the band Coldplay, Viva La Vida or Death and All His Friends. That's a long album name. As we all know, Coldplay loves to experiment with new musical styles. On their first album and their third album, X and Y, they stuck with one particular style. But on their successful second effort, A Rush of Blood to the Head, their musical style are even more diverse. After 4 years of waiting, the band promised us to bring some more exciting, colorful, and experimental music. And they did keep the promise. So we have Viva La Vida. Alright, I'm back. Starting off with Lost in Technicolor. There's another version of this track on Prospect's March, but oddly, I prefer the studio version. Simple instrumentals with jangling guitars playing chords with an Asian vibe. The drums were banging energetically and the songs really welcomes us to the new world of Coldplay. The track is poppy, fun, and I love it. I'm giving this musically satisfying start an 8 out of 10. Then the album moves on and takes a dark turn into the haunting cemeteries of London.
So we rode down to the river where Victoria was strung, for their curses to be broken.
It has a very old and steampunk British sound to it. It sounds like a rebel song and some sort of ancient hymn amongst the poor people of Britain. It has a medieval feel to it. Its spookiness and creepiness really sets up the atmosphere for the rest of the album. It's basically Chris Martin trying to make things and write things that sound a little more off, with cryptic concepts about ghosts and spirits. I'm also really liking this one. I'm giving Cemeteries of London a 9 out of 10. Next up is Lost, with an exclamation mark.
Just because I'm losing doesn't mean I'm lost.
Another really poppy, fun, and optimistic jungle jive that brings up the sweet mood. Again, it reminds me of U2's earlier career in the 80s when their Joshua Tree and Unforgettable Fire came out. Although the hand claps and the drum beats on this song were there only to make this song sound a bit more rhythmic, which is a bit underwhelming. And although Jay-Z's feature on Lost Plus is uncanny in a silly way, I still appreciate it. I'm giving Lost an 8 out of 10. Alright, following the simple pattern of happy, sad, the next track is 42.
Those who are dead are not dead, they're just living in my head.
Which sounds cold and depressing at the beginning. It sounds like the band is trapped and they're trying to get out, but it's hopeless. Until the song storms into a guitar solo session. It was a nice attempt, and a right one, because the band knew they couldn't continue their discography without a bit of guitar solo. Guy Berryman or Johnny Buckland, whoever it is, he's getting some credits. And man, does the guitar part sound good. Its jagged and edgy, Radiohead-infused guitar work is great, and the happy ending is good too. I'm still giving it an 8 out of 10. It's happy after sad, so this song, as you all will expect, it's happy. It's blissful and fast-paced with familiar chords that we heard earlier on this record. Soldiers, you've got to soldier on, advised Chris Martin. A peace anthem that gives a little bit of gray zone for the good men. It may have some cringe-worthy moments, but it's still listenable and it's still easy to the ears. which can be good or bad, but it's okay this time. I'm giving this pleasant song a 7 out of 10. Then we have Rain of Love. It may sound passable, but it's a decent attempt on making a hidden track after an exhausting but fun journey in the last song. The pianos are humble and naive. It's okay. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Next is Yes.
If you'd only say it.
Hell yes. Another great piece of music from the band, starting off with a quirky strings teaser. Then the song finally reveals itself to be a more 18th century classical old chant with a Middle Eastern vibe. The crispy guitars and the disharmonious, incomprehensible strings really built a fantastic medieval kind of atmosphere, with Chris's unexpectedly low-pitched vocals. I'm loving this one. I'm giving Yes an 8 out of 10. The hidden track on this one is wonderful, and damn, I love this track. The next one is Chinese Sleep Chant. Which is a shoegazing, dreamy, hazy experimental track where Chris whispers, "Fall asleep, sleep satisfied," and it keeps echoing in the background. Although it is not related to Chinese at all. Don't focus on how angelic the song tries to be when you're listening to it. The song is not trying to show off, but it's just a beautiful track where the band makes more music more adventurously. I'm giving this one an 8 out of 10. Don't fall asleep yet, because the next track is the first title track, Viva La Vida.
I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman Catholic choirs are singing.
Which is Live a Life in French, I assume. This orchestral pop rock anthem is deep and outstanding, yet catchy and flowery. The band had upgraded their lyrical talents from the cheesy X and Y era, which mainly deals with loss and love, to Viva La Vida. We see Chris Martin talking about his experience as a French king in the late 18th century. The lyrics are unexpectedly good. The refrain is perfect for sing-alongs, and the verses sound as satisfying as the choruses. Never an honest word, but that was when I ruled the world. Whichever role was Chris Martin playing, the roots of the song's passion sinks deep. I'm honestly giving this song a 10 out of 10. After a glorious battle, no matter victorious or not, the post-war period hits us with Violet Hill.
Clearly I remember from the windows they were watching.
A ballsy, bold, funky tune that accompanies with a weird music video, with more elements of rock music mixed into this track, with its drum beats loud and clear, with its fancy bass riff hanging around. There's not much to complain about this song. I'm giving Violet Hill a 9 out of 10. And I am back, once again. And the sun is setting while I'm reviewing. It's like Coldplay's Yellow video. Okay, let's continue. The sweet times come as classical went by and romance began. Strawberry Swing is a blissful but yet with a hint of maturity.
We were sitting on the strawberry swing.
It makes you look at the most beautiful parts about life. With another amazing music video, this song does attract a lot of Coldplay fans. Its chirpy guitars decorate the song really nicely and neatly. It is a memorable tribal dance with sweet lyrics and marching percussions. I'm giving Strawberry Swing a 9 also. At the end, it's the second title track, Death and All His Friends.
Oh, winter, we got carried.
The album is coming to a close and the band knew it, so they wrapped it up in the most sincere and humble way ever. The music on this track, like Amsterdam and Twisted Logic, beautiful and perfect for a finale. After all these dancing and celebrating, all these ups and downs of insanity, this song wraps up gently, waving goodbye slowly. And as we realize and accept the fact that the album is coming to a close, the guitars begin to jam and come to a really unifying and gratifying session. Then the piano keys changed with its ingenious 7/4 time signature. Then the entire band, united in one, sings aloud. They yelled out loud, reminding us the truth about life and death. No, I don't want to battle from beginning to end. I don't want a cycle of recycled revenge. I don't want to follow death and all his friends. And at the very end, a swirl of familiar sounds returned, and we realized it is the first bit at the beginning. So the album is like a loop, a circle, like the Pink Floyd masterpiece, The Dark Side of the Moon. This song ended on a beautiful high note. I'm giving this one another 10. At last, the album is adventurous, experimental, and fun, like other previous Coldplay albums. And it gives you an epic of an experience, which you can never forget. It is colorful, vibrant, and full of passion. The songs have more texture and flavor to it, and it makes the album more outstanding and stylish as a whole. That's why I love this album. The only flaws are there are a couple of underwhelming moments in between verses or refrains, but other than that, it's a surprisingly good album that deserves its Grammy win. Let me just throw that out there. It is just my opinion, but no matter what you think of Coldplay, I love that band, especially because of this album and their second album. Although I prefer A Rush of Blood to the Head over this one, because A Rush of Blood has more good music. But still, this album is so artistic in a lot of ways. Surprised us with its 18th century French Revolution inspired concept surrounding life and death. The worst track is Lovers in Japan, and the best as well, Viva La Vida. I'm giving Viva La Vida or Death and All His Friends a solid 9 out of 10. So, have you listened to Viva La Vida or Death and All His Friends? From 1 to 10, how much would you rate it? Like if you like and subscribe if you want more.